have not been to Fenway Park. I have a memory of being at Fenway Park, but apparently it was incorrect, and my parents told me I've never even been to Boston. So I'm very excited. Green Monster, all that. It's gonna be fun. My name is Maria Badillo, and my favorite team is the Cleveland Indians. My earliest memory is just listening to Tom Hamilton all the time. He'd always be on in the house whenever there was an Indians game on, and he was like a fifth voice in the house. You know, it'd be me, my dad, my mom, my sister, and Tom Hamilton, like he was another member of the family. One year, my family brought a gift for Tom Hamilton, the radio announcer, and we just, you know, we gave it to one of the workers there. And he, you know, read the little card on the radio and said, "From the Badillos." And it was, I don't even remember what the gift was because I wasn't actually part of that decision-making process, but it was like, even though I don't even know what Tom Hamilton looks like to this day. I actually refuse to. I just want his voice in my head. I don't want to know what he looks like. That disembodied voice is another part of the Tribe family. And it gives you a home, it gives you something to connect to and somewhere to belong. So we go to at least 2 games, and then we'd also go to a Clippers game, especially once they became the Indians AAA team. So 2 to 3 per year, and I started going to games when I was really young. So, I mean, there's got to be at least 60, 70 games that I've been to. I grew up with the 90s team. So Omar, Bartolo Colon, Manny Ramirez, Kenny Lofton, all them. They were just Jim Thome. They were all my babies. Like, I grew up with them, and Tom Hamilton's voice talking about them, and as soon as they started disappearing, you know, it was just down to Omar. I was at Omar Vizquel's last game, and I was just like, I couldn't handle the fact that we didn't re-sign him. He was clearly still going strong. That wasn't a heartbreaking moment. That was an angry moment. I struggled for a bit then. I'm like, is this still the Cleveland Indians? Yes, it's still the Cleveland Indians, but it wasn't my team anymore. The team that I'd grown up with, and I got over it eventually. But I was very angry when they didn't re-sign Omar. I love going to baseball games. There's nothing like being in the stadium. There's just, you know, like the hot dog race. I always cheer for Mustard every time. Mustard never wins, but I always cheer for Mustard. And there's just, you know, it's entertaining and it's constant. It's always going on. You don't have to sit through commercial breaks. You don't have to wait for things, because if there's something going on in between the innings, you know, you're still being entertained, and it's much better than listening to another Sherwin-Williams commercial. Baseball means family, and not just my family, because we all root for the Indians, but the family of the Tribe. It gives you a home. It gives you something to connect to and somewhere to belong.
Alrighty.